All right, welcome to another Woods Report. Okay, so today wasn't a big political day, was it?
Not really. They
So,
had their guest was kind of tying
mhm,
into it, but that one story that I wanted to share. I see where they were going when they had showed a little clipping of Katie Porter,
mhm.
one of the representatives who was, I guess, when they are in the in the house there, they ask questions and they probably have people that they're having them speak to certain. For some reason I keep biting my tongue. It
Okay,
means something. um
that you stupid.
I bite my tongue because I'm stupid. Now you guys know that that's an insult. You bite your
You
tongue.
say you just mean something.
That's a statement though. Bite your tongue. When people
Oh,
say
to
that,
not say something.
is that what it is? Bite your
Yeah,
tongue.
bite your tongue so
But
you don't
sometimes
say something.
you're eating something and you bite your tongue. Oh, it hurts, don't it? Because it's like
Okay.
you eating your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to share what they talked about on The View
Mm-hmm.
during the House of Representatives hearing on Wednesday. United States Congresswoman Katie Porter from California grilled Mike Conzal,
Mm-hmm.
the director of macroeconomic analysis at the Roosevelt Institute, over the primary cause of inflation in the past COVID-19 economy. I think where she was going with this, because the ladies on The View were talking about, she was pretty much stating that the one of the major causes of it
Mm-hmm.
was
Of
the
COVID.
no of the inflation.
Oh, okay.
Where does this stated at? She was given in her thing.
She said it was because of COVID.
No. She was saying, according to the chart, what is the biggest driver of inflation during the pandemic? And she was saying that a lot of it is, I lost my train of
Just
thought.
read it.
I didn't have my notes here because I
Oh.
had written down what she had said, but they were going back and forth. She was showing.
She said the dark blue is the recent period Porter pointed out. So she has some chart on here and she was looking at it.
Yeah.
Where is it at?
Keep going. Back up. Go back up.
I'm trying. It ain't going up.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know.
Because I lost my train of thought when she was trying to show a proof that it wasn't. You know how people blame the Democrats and the Democrats blame the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying that it was really the prices that. Where is it at? I was reading it.
You want to just come back to this?
Go back down because I know I'm not losing
Right
it.
here?
You're where I wasn't at before. Go to the very top and then just slowly go down. Because I was reading this and it was given reason why, as far as the biggest driver of inflation, corporate greed. They was talking along the lines of corporations being greedy and raising their prices.
That's all you got to
which
say.
is
I don't have to see it on here.
no, but I was seeing when she was saying it would be corporate profits
Uh-huh.
and what is that percentage, and she was challenging him. He had to admit that it was actually the corporations that were really causing inflation because of the rising of prices
Right.
that they don't have to do.
Right.
And they were talking about that on the View. Whoopi and them were saying they always make it sound like it's somebody's fault as far as Republican, as far as Democrats. Sonny twisted it and said, yeah, Republicans do put money in a lot of these corporations.
Okay.
Now, if they're already getting price breaks and other things that are going on that are keeping them in business, why would they raise their prices to consumers like us?
Right.
So they were this lady was kind of alluding to that when she
So they was
made the
getting
comment.
they was getting stuff from the government, breaks from the government, and they was raising their prices.
Exactly. And they
Okay.
was showing that. A lot of times the media don't talk about that,
Mhm.
but show her talking because she cracks me up on how she,
This. right.
just a little bit of it.
Is the biggest driver of inflation during the pandemic. The dark blue is the recent period.
It would be corporate profits.
And what is that percentage?
It is 54%, and that number does stay that level of high if you update that number to more recent numbers as well.
Congresswoman Katie Porter
And this
brought
is
her
from Young
whiteboard out
Turks.
again to
Okay.
So basically, that's what she was trying. She wanted him to sit there and admit these corporations are really the cause of our high inflation.
And not the Democrats.
And not the Democrats. They keep saying, well, we're Biden going to do it. They even asked Biden on one of the interviews, thank you, Biden, for a good answer.
Old man Biden had an answer?
Old man Biden. What's more concerning? The abortion rights or the inflation? He says, both.
Okay.
They're both equally as a problem. They're both equally we're paying attention to, even with the foreign affairs we're having. He said, can we not walk and chew gum at the same time? Thank you, Biden. They were waiting for you to pick one or the other, because whichever one you pick, they're going to slam you for not picking the other. Thank you, Biden, for that nice answer. Both of them.
Well, it was a safe answer.
It's not even a safe. He's right. You can't pull one over the other. All of them are still concerns that America, he's really trying to cover all of America, what America feels. Some Americans not having inflation problems. They got the money, they can pay. They want the freedom to choose. So their concern would be that. Others who have who are being hit with inflation, poverty, putting food on their table, gas in their tank, they're going to be concerned with inflation. Good answer. I think politicians need to always kind of like challenge the news media when they're asking you stuff like that, because they being funny. Pick one or the other. Well, I'm not going to pick either one because they both are equally as important.
Right, right.
Next.
Or if he was like comb over, he would have said, "Why don't you pick it?"
Yeah, he'll say some little smart.
Right.
That's why people like that man.
They like him because
come back with some stupid answer like
and
that.
And it's not a political answer. See, what you saying, you proud of Biden, but that's a political answer.
No, it's not. I don't think it was a political answer because they are bothly important. I think the media likes to do that. They like to toy with these politicians, and if they're not prepared, they'll try to catch you. That's what Candace was saying. When they tried to catch, they pulled some comments out of her remarks and made it sound like she was kind of like saying that Hitler was a
what are you talking about? Candace Owens?
Bottom
top.
So
head.
The media will ask questions.
She said somebody was trying to.
Didn't you see the video? She was saying how she had to speak in front of Congress.
Don't nobody care what she got to say.
But she was pretty much stating, and I admit, even though we don't really, we kind of concerned
about
her. I was like,
what Candace you talking about?
We're concerned.
I don't listen to House Negroes.
No, not that. Sometimes they, like you said,
they open the door and yell out and say something, and we go, "Oh, okay, all right, we understand."
No, you said sometimes, like even using Kanye, they may say something that makes sense, but because of the listening,
that's what I'm saying.
Source, people don't. They'll go,
exactly,
and that's what she was doing. I see what
so
she
I
says. They do take your comments and they pull them out of context,
yeah,
and then they'll play that,
and
that'll be the soundbite.
And the funny thing about it, and the funny thing about that is her whole documentary about how George Floyd died was sound bites from somebody saying their conspiracy theory, and she pulled it out and did a whole documentary about some nutty job's conspiracy theory.
Right.
So she has some nerve to put her bottle top head in front of Congress and say that
you started with
pull her out of so shut up.
But I do
talking about how somebody take her out of context.
But I do like Katie Porter and how she does expose how corporations, how they profit off of and off of the whole thing with inflation. A lot of them are the reason why.
Well, they did price gouging, whatever that is. Where they know everybody got to get something, so they just put the price up. And then you get breaks from the government, so you didn't have to do that.
That's what
but
she
they
was
do
saying.
that all the time.
I know, but let's try to expose people more and more and bring light to it.
Right.
Because if light is brought more to messiness and fraud and whatever we call it,
but that's
people
not
start like, ooh.
But again, that's not the corporation's job to do that. That's what that lady did. That's her job.
To help expose
if she's a Democrat and she wants people to say, "Hey, wait a minute, it's not us," then that should be a talking point for every Democrat that gets up there.
And Sonny said it's corporations that you guys put money in their pockets and they put money in yours.
Right.
So a lot of Sonny always tries to bring things back to the Republican being.
But it's not all the same. Like when you were saying about Biden saying it's not. So when I get up and I do talking points as a Democrat, I'm not putting abortion and inflation on the same line. it's what's important to the people that I represent.
Right? Yeah. I agree with you.
Okay, so
he didn't say. I didn't believe he said it like that.
Right,
he didn't give it like this is 50% and the other one's 50%. No. He said they're equally as important.
Right.
As far as how we talk to them and that we pay attention. He said walking and chewing gum at the same time.
But he can't.
We kind of get
he
that.
Falls
we don't care. We don't care. As long as he says he can. He can walk and chew gum, you guys. And we see him fall off his bicycle. Right.
But President Biden, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
But he says, I have
come up with another name.
I'm surrounded by people where I give her the gum to chew and I give him the shoes to walk in.
Yeah, leave that walking.
I can't do both of them.
That's like comb over. Don't say anything about wives or getting divorced or leave that alone. Yeah, just like Biden shouldn't talk about walking.
Yeah,
that shouldn't even be in his vocabulary. Don't even say nothing about walking.
That's wrong.
So because if he would say that in a debate, Comb Over would say you can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
Exactly. He'll use it. He'll play the dozens.
And he'll do a joke.
He'll throw shade.
And everybody will laugh.
That's what everybody's doing now. I think they picked that up from the last administration.
The last administration made the level.
It brought the bar down.
There's no longer. You don't think about people on the stage being smarter than you anymore. Mm-mm. All they are is who can do the best joke. Who has the best. Who has the best punchline.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Make the audience laugh.
Yeah.
And then pull people on their side.
Yeah.
I like that guy. I think I'm going to vote for him.
Wendy said, I'm having difficulty hearing you guys. Oh, I wonder why. You can't hear us? But anyway, what was your next story while I look and see?
The next story was they had...
Go ahead.
Does that need to be up? They had April Ryan on there. She was promoting her book. And her book, of course, is... her being a Black woman, a lot of people like April. She does her job in the as a White House correspondent. She's gotten a lot of slack. She's gotten talked about. She's got name calling, everything. She has a book called something about Black women. Black women rule.
Don't do that again. Your first story, you didn't have the name. It's right
Black
here.
Black woman will save the world.
Look, Black woman.
I'm not looking at that because you had it on another screen.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Black woman will save the world. An anthem.
Okay.
And they all asked her questions, just kind of like her journey, being a news person, a news reporter, correspondent. Alyssa was, of course, in the White House, and one of the questions Alyssa asked her says, how did you and I both kind of like was shamed.
Can you hear us now, Wendy?
You and I were both shamed and talked about with the last administration. Let me see. What was her thing was, she said, yeah, the attacks were coming. She was one time told to sit down, stop talking, stop shaking your head.
She said when she was up there, they was telling her how she was too Black when she was on there.
She was even asked with the last administration, can you gather all the Congressional Black Caucus people? Just gather them all.
Okay.
And Whoopi sat there and said, yeah, April, because you know all the Black people.
Right.
Go on and get them all and gather them. She said, one of the things that she said that she learned was that it's not about her. It's about the story.
Right.
It's about getting the word out, because she noticed that people of color were always looked down on. Nobody paid attention to them. Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Black Lives Matter too.
Okay.
Pretty much trying to be a mouthpiece.
Okay.
For the Black experiences and the non-experiences that they never had, had an opportunity to have. Alyssa had pretty much was sharing with her. They both kind of like shared their little concerns at the last administration when he was really trying to embarrass her that one time. She was just saying, trying to follow my notes. They didn't tell her that she needed a combat helmet and a shield as a reporter in the White House. So she's taking it in stride and just, appreciative and kind of speaking to, I think she went to Morgan, what is it? The university?
Morgan State.
Morgan State, yeah.
All right, let's go into this because I don't know what your notes is. But some of the people said, April is on point about Stacey Abrams being instrumental in turning Georgia blue.
I think it's better if you do this versus me reading my notes.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't understand my notes.
Okay, it says April is on point about Stacey Abrams being instrumental in turning Georgia blue, and also correct about black women showing up to vote. So she was instrumental, I guess, in getting black women to come vote out in Georgia.
Stacey, right?
Yeah,
yeah, because she mentioned her a lot. In the
April, they say April was on point,
right?
Okay, about that, and then it said, "Congratulations on a wonderful career. She was indeed treated horribly by 45, and in a demeaning way, but was always graced under pressure. Her advice is sound." I do remember him always singling her out when they was in the press secretary. When he would come out and talk, he would always single her out because she would always ask him questions, and he would just be like, "Ugh, you one of the ones that just whatever." Okay, Wendy says low, hearing you, but it's low. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe see if it's on your end, Wendy, because I looked over here and it looked like everything was fine, but I don't know. I have to play back later and see. On this side, it doesn't show anything not working. It says what an impressive individual. April Ryan has endured against incredible odds and under incredible, insane circumstances. Americans like her are dismissed as valued members of American society, all of our peril. In the end, April Ryan outlasts Tang the Terrible. That guy called him Tang the Terrible.
Who was Tang? Oh, because
that's Orange. Tang the Terrible. I had Orange Nixon. I had all other ones. I never heard of him called Tang the Terrible. And unlike him, she's still in the White House. That's a good one. I think I'm going to start saying Tang the Terrible.
They said she's been under at least 5 administrations. So she's been there for a while, celebrating, her, I think 25 years or something.
True says, I can hear you. So, okay, Wendy. So it might be you, Wendy. Double check your levels. So basically she was on there to promote her book, Black Women Will Save the World, an Anthem.
Yes, she
talks about her being in the White House doing the thing.
She briefly mentioned that the black women's vote is the strongest.
Important.
It's not even important.
It's strong.
It is strong.
Well, it was in Georgia for sure.
In Georgia, Alabama, it made a change in
Alabama. The Bible Belt.
So
places.
People don't realize, the black women don't realize that we make a lot of the decisions happen because of our voting.
Yeah, that's
that's why it's so important
to get out and vote.
To always, whether you feel, I don't know who. Get out and still exercise the vote,
Women, period. But definitely in Georgia, it was the black female vote that made the difference.
And she was just saying, even if, worst case scenario, if Stacey Abrams does not win, because she did go around and say it's unfortunate that
I don't know if she's going to win.
People are looking, this is a whole different age now with the whole media. She said there's media, people don't trust media.
Right.
Or the information that you share, they feel that I don't trust it all. You could be lying. Did you say that? And she said, understand, we're telling the story of someone else's opinion, someone else's reality, someone else's.
But she got to understand.
And she said, all of the views, they tend to put it on the reporter.
I get what she's saying.
And she's just asking the questions and referencing. And that's why she's really clear as a black woman. She tries to be kind of like what you're saying. We have to go beyond and above, above and beyond as black women, because people are already looking at us and they nitpicking. Is this right? How we know? And she says, as people call it today, she always has receipts. She comes with receipts. And I like when she said that.
So what I'm saying is, I understand what she's saying, but if she don't think that the media is biased,
she's not speaking for the overall. She said this is a day and age now where even comb over made it worse.
Yeah, it's worse.
Fake news. And she's right. There are media outlets out there. There are reporters out there who may not have the right motives. They may not have the pure hearts to really get the story.
Or they can't say nothing because the people that's over them. It's not going to let them say that.
Controlling whatever. But she says as a black woman, she has to kind of be double careful. Because now they got a spotlight on her. And she's been talked about and all of that. When she makes her little comment in the thing, why are you shaking your head? Put your fingers down. Sit down. You're too loud.
Well, we talked about that yesterday.
You're being hostile.
We talked about that yesterday.
April, watch it now.
Yeah, you got to be hostile and stuff.
And she's like, really?
Again, that's why Obama came at him weird, because he was he wore his pants high up on his waist. He was like he wasn't like a cool black dude. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they was like, all right, we could take you. You all right.
You safe.
You a safe Negro.
Safe.
Yeah. So she gotta be a safe Negro to be a correspondent in the White House.
Sad.
She can't come in there like
you can't
Taquana.
Be militant.
Nah, you can't come in there.
With your fist up.
But that's
and your afro with your pick in your head.
And that's not even just black. That's everybody. If you are Italian, the typical stereotype Italian woman, you can't come in there like that.
What's her name? I always get her initials wrong. AOC. DOC.
Yeah, Latino. You can't come in there.
She's been talked about and dogged out.
If you start getting upset, you start speaking in Spanish.
Very emotional.
Or people don't understand what you're saying. You gotta like be the opposite of whatever the stereotype people think you are.
And even as
when you in there,
and even as a woman,
if you notice, even on Shark Tank, what's her name? What's the blonde?
I forgot her name. Or the other one.
She don't
not like Barbara.
Not Barbara. Barbara. Barbara don't cry.
No.
The other one does.
Yeah.
And Barbara said, I learned early in business not to cry.
I love Barbara.
And then the other one says, I'm going to cry and I don't care.
I feel like crying.
So it doesn't.
They both are millionaires to cry if they want to.
But everybody can't be like the other one. Because then they'll say every woman that comes in here cries.
Emotional.
And they don't say it about Barbara.
She may have that time of the month and push the button and we have a nuclear war.
Barbara, they say, got balls of steel.
Yeah.
Barbara came with the rest of them.
That's why I love Martha Stewart.
Yeah. Or Martha don't cry.
That's my girl.
Yeah. But everybody can't be Martha Stewart.
I like Martha Stewart.
We need criers too, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I think both, the yin and the yang. Okay. But it's not a lot of us. So she has to
as a black role model.
Now, the more of us that are there, then you could get a Shaquana in there. Because then everybody they're gonna be like, all right, that's Shaquana.
She's gonna have her long nails.
Yeah, that's Shaquana. From the source. That's Taquana. She different.
Okay.
But you got to work your way up to that.
Getting there.
Yeah, you got to work your way
up.
But
I enjoyed her, April Ryan, and I guess her book is good. So that's something Black women will save the world.
All right. Anthem. So that's a good book.
April, more power to you. Girl.
I do. I don't read like that. I do. As y'all can tell when I try to read, I'll do the audible.
Like Whoopi does that.
Yeah,
too.
My reading is horrible. All right, so I'm not going to pretend I'm gonna buy that book.
Okay.
I might buy the audible one, but I'm not going to read that.
I haven't even read all my Frank Peretti books.
Yeah, so
have y'all ever heard of Frank Peretti, This Present Darkness?
Yeah,
he's a Christian version of Stephen King.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Enough with Frank Peretti. You big on that, but
then when it's
you trying to read your notes and all this.
Okay, you know what?
But Frank Peretti shouldn't talk without notes and all that.
I've come to the conclusion.
You know
what, you guys? I'm laughing because I'm old school. I always dig up old episodes of shows.
If we was talking about the 70s and wearing afros,
hey man, she don't groovy.
Yeah, she don't need
groovy,
notes for that.
Man.
But if we talk about something now,
when Theo,
let me see what my notes are.
Theo on the episode of the Cosby Show, he was mad because he wasn't getting the grades that he wanted. He was like, C. I knew that information, but I got a C.
Right.
And they found out he had a form of dyslexia.
Yeah, he reads backwards.
Yes, and Whoopi said that too. That's why she listens to books.
You know what?
Your notes are not organized. That's
honestly,
me.
When I'm reading, some of the words are backwards, but I'm thinking that's because of my age.
No,
I didn't have that when I was younger.
He had a form of dyslexia.
So I think I'm getting like that.
You think?
Because when I'm reading, because a lot of times when I'm reading, y'all will see it, and I'm like, that word doesn't look right.
And that's what Whoopi would say. Sometimes when she's reading the prompter, she may read it differently.
Yeah.
That's why she listens to her books.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of times as we get older, that can happen as well.
I think it's happening to me now.
So I need to leave my notes alone and let you just find something like you just did with people's reviews on it. And I speak to that.
And if you have a note, just write one note. You don't have to have a whole paper and then try to figure out where let me see.
Hold on one moment.
Hold on, let me see your paper.
You're trying to do it.
Hold on for a second. Now, Joy said, wait a minute, Joy wasn't there today. Hold on, sorry. Hold on for a second. Hold on.
One moment, Kim.
1 second.
Kim, do
something. The book, and the name of the book is right there. The book is Black women. It's right there, Lenore. Right on the
You were on a different picture. I didn't see that.
Hold on for a second. Hold on.
Don't you wait when people do that.
Whoopi came out. Whoopi was.
Wait a minute.
Whoopi was already there, Lenore.
I couldn't remember what she said. Hold on. What did she say? She said,
She said Obama.
You know,
Obama wasn't even mentioned in here. Let me see what my notes are.
Okay, comedian. Give me my notes. I get
Hold on for a second. See, I'm gonna leave my notes alone.
get it.
I'm gonna leave my notes alone. I'm not gonna use them anymore. I'm just gonna. I'm getting her to be frustrated. And then if I mention bell bottoms or stacked shoes, let me tell you, I got a story about that.
School music. Hey, I got an episode I want to talk to you about.
She don't need the notes for that.
I for some reason I went back to Theo having problems with reading his notes and when he takes a test, some people they struggle with that. It could be a form of dyslexia. So
all right, Wendy says, I am tired of them saying we are angry Black women. Yes, I am angry. So what? That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And we had a right to be angry.
The women on the Housewives of the different other franchises, what's her name that's on the Housewives of Hollywood or they're even getting downplayed as far as hostile.
Yeah.
You know, the white women that are on there, oh my, what's her name? The one that's on there now, the black lady. Ooh.
Wendy said they thought Will was safe. Then he went up there and smacked Chris Rock.
I know.
All right, so here we go.
And their mouth has dropped ever since.
Well, speaking of rappers, P. Diddy, who I know you got his name written down in your little rap book.
Yeah. But I didn't have Will Smith.
We never say positive stuff. So let's say something positive.
Okay.
Diddy paid students at a charter school he is a co-founder of a surprise visit on Tuesday.
Okay.
The rapper, whose real name is Sean Combs, was greeted with cheers at Capitol Preparatory Bronx Charter School. Diddy donated $1 million to the Capitol Preparatory, is that preparatory schools?
Preparatory?
That's sad.
Preparatory schools.
Network in 2018 in order for the school to open in the autumn of 2020.
Okay.
School children took part in a question and answer session with the rapper, as well as performing a routine to his new Queens remix, a hit, Gotta Move On. See, isn't that nice?
And I guess you can go further when you open your own schools.
And this not his only one.
You're not fighting the public school systems and all of their little strict
But
rules.
he has one in the Bronx. He has one in Queens. And I think he has some other ones. So when Charlamagne was talking about this on the Breakfast Club today, he was like, that's what I want to start hearing rappers like, because they talking about they chains and I dry this. And he said, start putting, well, did you open this school up? I got this many schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, start pushing stuff like that. So it's cool.
They're giving back to communities.
They're
giving it to youth.
You know
they're
what I'm
giving
saying?
back to seniors. They're giving back to They're doing more with their money than just starting in profile.
Say, well, you know what? I'm so deaf. I got 18 schools. What you got? Oh, I got this chain right here.
They competing with
nobody cares about your stupid chain.
They're competing with their community service.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I already had these buildings built and the homes for the seniors and whatever.
Yes.
What you doing?
And I got land and I got homes for seniors and I got homes. You know what I'm saying? Like, start talking about that. That's what I'm saying. Make that cool. Because to me, this is the best he's ever looked in this picture.
So he's been doing this though.
He's been doing, but they don't talk about it.
Who is they though?
The media.
See how the media can do it?
So I'm talking about it.
And some people don't say nothing.
They don't talk about, but they do it, but nobody reports on it.
No.
But like if he was up on the corner shaking his butt and looking at girls.
That'll be the first that you hear on that morning news. What is it called? When the news is like a news flash real quick.
Diddy was on there shaking his butt and looking at girls as they was walking by.
But good for you.
But not surrounded by students. You know what I'm saying?
And he has to wear uniforms.
Well, you have to wear a uniform.
Yes, I like that. I went to a private school. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm into the uniforms.
And another thing I really like that I'm starting to see black girls with braids. That's in now. And natural hairstyles.
Yes.
Because before...
There's a law that they put out in Chicago area. What is that? That's a law that the guy with the locks... His locks kind of go everywhere. He helped implement that where it's you guys, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it makes companies and schools not make the kids change their hair.
Oh, okay.
Because you know how some kids had to cut their braids out, little boys had to take their locks out.
Yeah.
And it's a law or something put in place that protects them.
Okay.
But I gotta find that. I don't know what it was.
Well, I like the fact that he is going to these schools. He's putting money into these schools, $1 million in this one school. I heard that he owns more. This isn't the only one. He has one in Queens. He has other ones around the
and I didn't even know. I'm assuming that they do it until I hear in the news that they actually do have schools.
I love it.
I like this.
I love it.
LeBron does it.
And I love not only this, but remember I told you whenever our organizations give out scholarships, I really want to follow these kids. You got to follow them.
Yes.
Don't just give them money, but make sure they finish. They go to college. Follow them while they're in college. Because a lot of people will give $1,000 and then they go to college or whatever and they drop out in the first. They ain't got
some of our kids did.
They don't have any more money or something like that.
The organization that we're in, we usually continue to talk and keep in contact with the kids that we give scholarships to. And it was sad to hear that one of the girls had to drop out because of financial situation.
So follow them.
Some people follow them and still give them a continual scholarship funds while they're in school.
That's what I like. Follow them.
I like that.
So I like that. So I'm just want to toot his horn because every time we talk about him, it's always negative. He always in the news for something that's negative.
Yes.
So I wanted to put something positive out there, and I like the fact that he's doing that.
Thank you.
Remember I said about Kodak Black paying the rent for those 28 homes, 28 people. He paid their rent and for the rest of the year. So, and this was like 2 months ago. So they was paid up for them to be able to get ahead.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Yeah, we need to hear more of that in the news.
More positive stuff.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
You know what? The positive should overshine the negative.
Yeah.
Anything. So far, it's not working for Kanye.
Well, this one, we'll see if this is positive or negative. This story right here. Jada Pinkett and Will Smith.
Oh, no.
I really crossed the line. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals fractious. What can I read today?
Fractious.
Early relations with Will Smith's ex-wife, Cherie Zampino. After she complained about their son Trey's behavior. Cherie, 54, was married to Will,
the first one,
from 1992 to 95. That wasn't that long. With the pair sharing son Trey,
the Trey son,
29.
Okay, he's
Jada,
almost 30. Oh my God.
Jada, 51, sparked up a romance with the Fresh Prince star shortly after their separation.
Okay.
Speaking on the red table, the pair, who have since forged a strong friendship, detailed how an awkward incident over Trey's behavior led to a spat.
Okay.
Cherie also detailed how her behavior became shameful at times, revealing how she went uninvited into Jada and Will's bedroom to check out the decor. Will and Jada, 50, tied the knot in 1997, and Cherie's son and shared son Jaden, 24, and daughter Willow, 21. Jada also revealed she had a misconception that she would be done with Cherie after her and Will's divorce, before accepting that Cherie would always be a part of their family. So basically,
what is this in the news now, though? What's going on?
Well, the main thing that put this in the news is they kind of talking about co-parenting, okay? And how you have to create kind of a village when you are... What are you doing?
Keep going, because I'm looking up that show that they had that was out.
What show?
There was a show that Jada and Will had on TV where it was... I'm drawing blanks today for some reason. Jada and Will had a TV show that was out about their whole relationship.
It wasn't the red table?
one that was married to Tish, the one that was on
I know what you're talking about.
That show. And they had the little boy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it was what's her name?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That's what's her name? Sister.
Patti LaBelle was the mom or something.
No.
I know what you're talking about. We know what you're talking about.
Keep talking. No, because you're saying it wrong.
No, but I know what you're talking about. The show, Dwayne.
Him as the father.
Yeah,
and what's her name as the key, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
they based that off of their relationship, and a lot of things. Like they even had the woman come into the room like she did.
Oh, so they was writing a lot of the stories.
Exactly, and that's what made me go, "Wow, must be some true stuff," because they putting it in the actual storylines of the show.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead.
All right. Okay, you got it. All right.
Okay,
we know the show you're talking about. Though.
I'll look it up.
But anyway, what I was saying, we'll see if you look it up, you're not gonna listen.
No, I'm listening now.
Oh, so you were saying what was the Red Table Show about?
Yeah.
Oh, so they brought it on there because they was trying to show, like I said, how to do a village. Oh. And it came. Jada made a statement that Cherie and Will go on vacations together.
All of us.
No. Oh, all of us is the show.
All of us. Okay.
They go on vacation together, and Jada doesn't go. And they were saying, would you let your husband go on vacation with his ex-wife? And Jada said it wasn't romantic.
Right.
But it would be like if he had a book tour and his mom and his sister, Cherie, would go too. And she said she didn't have no problems with that.
They did, I think, an episode that was similar to that because the father, which was Will's character, I guess, was dating another lady, and they were going to get married. Now they took the show on another level. There was some spark. Nisi, that was her name, Nisi. They kind of they didn't like each other anymore. They was only together because of the son. So when they would do trips and all that, Nisi, why are you here? I'm here to pick up my son. You know this.
But that's different, and that's what I think.
They actually showed in the TV show them kind of sparking that spark again.
Oh,
they showed that.
Well, not on here.
Not to say that it really happened or not. But
well, we don't know because they have an open relationship. So
yeah, that's true.
Wendy says you will reap what you sow, good or bad. There's nothing hidden that won't come to light. That's true. Mm-hmm. Wendy says, "Who is they?" Laugh out loud. It must be when you saying they. And then she said, "Lenora cracks me up. They sometimes need tutors." Yeah. So what I was saying was, that on this show, that Jada and Will brought Cherie on the show and was talking about how they have an open
marriage.
No, well, not an open marriage, an open plan to build their family. Oh, okay. And so they went from day one. They wanted to include Cherie in there because of Trey.
Okay.
And so they want to have a village kind of atmosphere.
Okay.
And it came up with. Would you as a wife let your husband go on trips with his ex-wife?
But you got to think about it. That question will be a different answer depending on how the relationship is set up.
But they don't have kids no more. Trey is almost 30.
I'm looking at Jada and Will. Jada and her little fling, Will and his. Yeah, she would be the mother, the wife that would say, go on your trip. It wouldn't bother her. They have an open relationship for a reason. Why would it bother her?
But let's say they didn't have an open relationship.
That's a whole different
how many women would let their husband go on a trip, even with his family, with his ex-wife going on the trip? See, I wouldn't either.
She's an ex for a reason.
What do y'all think about that?
She's an ex for a reason. Because I think
something can spark up again. Exactly. Like you said on the show, they showed that.
Then they showed that.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a reason why they was married in the first place.
Because his fiance in the show, she saw a spark and she felt like she's always second fiddle to his first wife, Nisi. And that son is what brought them continually together.
I don't mind if we have a child and we all go on a trip together because I'm there. I don't mind that. Like, let's say we was going to Disney World and we taking our kids and then Sheree wanted to bring Trey. Let's say he little. Mm-hmm. And I want all the kids to go together. That's their brothers and sisters or whatever. I mean, it's really no reason for Sheree to go, but let's just say for the sake of argument, we want to have one big old happy village. I'm there. So I don't mind as much as if I'm not there. She was saying, when Jada saying if she doesn't go, she don't mind if him and Cherie go on a trip without her.
I don't know. For me, it depends on the relationships because a lot of people, majority of the people, if they were to answer this as a survey, they'll say no. Some will even say hell no. So you don't know how you are with your ex. It's his weekend.
Right.
Let him have his weekend with his wife.
Yeah.
With their son, his son and her son.
But they bring them all together.
No.
Oh, see.
To me, how their kids was even raised. They don't believe in rules.
Yeah.
They're very open. There's a word for how they raise their family. And if they're going to be like that,
right,
sure, they're going to bring his first wife. If she had another husband, they'll bring him too.
Wendy says, I would have peeked at the bedroom too. Laugh out loud. Yeah, because she said she crossed the boundary. Cherie crossed the boundary when she peeked in their bedroom.
Yeah.
I think I would have looked too. That's why I'm saying that I think she was too familiar coming over there and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Kim. I think they're a different breed.
I think they different.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
Because what reason does she have to go on vacation with you?
Because she's the type of woman, I hate to say this, Jada, if you and that your son's friend, your son can bring his friend with him and you be in the backwoods sleeping with him. So yeah, you would be the woman that says, "Oh, my husband's first wife can come."
Yeah, they can go.
You would be that woman.
And she's, out of all people, should understand crossing the line.
I know. Her son's friend. Come on now.
And you assuming that Cherie, see, here's the thing. How do we know nothing happened between them? Because Cherie didn't want it to.
Exactly. Because if Cherie says yes.
Remember, she was married for a while.
She was married to him.
Wendy says, if Saturday night sees the Woods report, you'll be a skit. Especially Lenore with them papers. I don't say.
Hold on, Kim. I lost my place. I know.
And then the other person is like this.
Oh God, I hate that. I hate when I have notes and they're not in order. Okay,
all right.
But I think you kind of knew the answer to that when you asked us.
So should I ask that question on the community wall or no? Is that a stupid question?
Let's get a feel. Let's see if 50%, 60%, 70% said, "Heck, no, he ain't. My husband's ex-wife is not coming with us."
No, not with us. They go without you.
Oh, you even made the scenario where the ex-wife goes without the real wife.
That's what Jada said.
No, then people are going to say no to that.
Would you if you are the wife and you can't go, would you let your husband go on a vacation with his ex-wife?
No.
Well, she said she do. It don't matter.
Well, she Jada.
But she said it wasn't romantic.
She Jada who slept with her son's friend.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's why she, out of all people, should understand crossing the line. Mm-hmm. And a lot of men cheat. You know why? Mm-hmm. It's not because they are so good looking. They have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Some men don't have an opportunity.
Right.
You go to work and you don't have an opportunity there.
You try to do it at work if you can.
But a lot of guys don't because they don't have the
romance.
They don't have the opportunity.
Oh,
they wife be you with. I'm with you all the time, and then if I'm not, that means you really want to cheat. If you really want to cheat, if I'm with you all the time,
because they cheat with the women at their jobs. That's what they see 8 hours a day and overtime.
Yeah, you're right.
The secretary going his office.
What's my time on the thing?
Let's see.
All right, you're right. Okay. All right, so now we got Gunna. Atlanta rapper Gunna denied bond for the third time. At this point, I think people are trying to understand, why is he I'm not unlocking no content.
He was arrested.
Why does he keep getting denied bond?
You said that his
they say he don't have no time. The only thing he is he's on the label with Young Thug.
Okay.
He got caught up in RICO charges. Remember, RICO charges is it don't matter whether you in the gang or whatever.
Okay, just associated
we coming in the house, we arresting everybody.
Okay.
I don't care if you're the pizza guy, you're there delivering pizza. We arresting you too.
Oh my.
So if he has no affiliation, they can't find anything on him.
Yeah.
They keep trying to understand, why do they keep denying him bond?
They must have something on him.
So then this last one, they was in the court, black judge, so you can't even say no racial thing. Black judge.
And that don't mean nothing.
Well, that means nothing. You're right. Everybody
we want Clarence Thomas as our judge.
No. So anyway, the judge denied him bond, and his family started. You could hear the family starting to talk in the courtroom, and the judge said, no. I'm doing paraphrasing. We're not doing that in here. I don't want to hear any talking. If you talk, I'm arresting you too.
Yeah, you're supposed to be quiet in the courtroom.
He said, you're not going to be in here talking.
Yeah.
And if I hear...
respecting the court and the judge and everything.
And then he said, if I hear that y'all talk about this case or something being whatever, I'm arresting you.
Wow. He ain't playing.
So I don't know what they must... I don't know what they got on him.
Because this is the third time that he's been denied.
He's going again for a fourth. I told you now he has Kim Kardashian on the phone with him.
Oh, let's see. That's right. You said she's helping him.
Did you write Will Smith's name down in your little book?
Yeah. Think about this, you guys. As much as we talked about Will Smith slapping so and so and Jada and all, I'm keeping track of rappers. Old school.
She never wrote down Will Smith's
name. We never wrote Will Smith's name down as a rapper. So that just shows us we don't right away. We don't think of him maybe as a rapper.
The other day
He's probably outgrown that as a main actor now.
The other day I mentioned Ice Cube. Did you write his name down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I got him down.
All right. So Gunna.
Let me make sure. Go ahead.
See, Gunna has been denied again. So he's going for a fourth time, and he has been talking to Kim Kardashian.
So that's who she's now reaching out to kind of get him some help.
Wendy says, you guys are just naturally hilarious. Oh, thanks, Wendy. They are too free. That's why their children are the way they are. Lenore said that. She agreed with you.
Thank you.
They no rules.
Yeah.
No rules.
Yeah.
And you got to have something because you can't just let people just go out like that.
Of course, she's not going to have no rules with an ex coming.
Yeah, that's not right.
She don't care.
So I don't think, as much as you could say I like Cherie, and I wouldn't let Cherie go on a vacation with my husband.
Is Cherie wanting to go?
Yeah, they go because she's friends with the family. Oh, that's what Jada's saying.
So Cherie probably thinking even if Jada don't go, Cherie will still go because
she's friends with his mom and with his see. But Trey 30 almost. He ain't no kid.
I know they're not doing no little family outings where they all park in the little campers and goes fishing and swimming. Come on, he's
okay. So what if it's a family reunion? But she's not going with Will. She'll just be there. See, that's different. Well, they're talking about going on a vacation with Will.
But that goes back to that question too about what if the ex is part of the family that he's separating from her.
She is.
She's the mother-in-law's daughter, ex-daughter-in-law.
She is though.
She is the
Well, now you saying what Jada said.
No. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're looking at it, has to depend.
Jada said it's not romantic. Mm-hmm. Let's say he goes on
have Ice Cube, right?
He goes on a book tour, right? Mm-hmm. And the mom and the sister goes.
Okay.
She said she don't mind Cherie goes. See?
You guys, I'm thinking you guys are listening to this. You know it depends on the relationship. Because there's some exes that are not good. They're not good to be around.
That's what I'm saying.
When it's my turn with the kids, that ex ain't coming.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
She's not coming near or he's not coming near.
All right.
So you really got to know the family.
All right.
Yeah.
There we
the
go.
Dynamics.
All right. Missy Elliott, honored with street name in her hometown. Isn't that nice?
When I heard that on the news, I was so proud of her.
So another positive rapper.
You're right. I don't have the Ice.
You don't have Ice Cube. The Ices. You have Ice-T?
Any of the Ices.
And we talked about Ice-T too. We talked about the
I think because we don't talk about it.
No, we did. I talked about
I don't have Ice Cube.
Y'all remember I said Ice-T's Coco was giving her baby a bath in the sink.
Ice-T.
You don't remember that? The kitchen sink?
Yes.
So I did say Ice-T.
Or Vanilla Ice.
No, I never said him. Don't put him.
He's a real rapper.
I didn't mention him, no.
I don't care.
You said you put down people we talk about.
I know, but for me to be missing them, I figure let me
don't write down future names because then you can just put every rapper down. The goal was to, as we talk about them, you put them down. You just write down all kind of names.
I'm thinking, we talking about Ice, I might as well do
Vanilla Ice too. We're not talking about Vanilla Ice. All right, now watch the story come up with Vanilla Ice tomorrow.
I know.
Missy Elliott honored with street name in her hometown.
Oh, Missy is one too. Did I put her down? Missy
Elliott has been honored in her hometown of Portsmouth, Virginia on Tuesday when the city council unanimously approved a citizen's request to name a street Missy Elliott Boulevard. WTKR reports, I am forever grateful, Elliott tweeted. Mm-hmm. It's a section of McLean Street between Airline Boulevard and Greenwood Drive. The area includes Woodland Park, the Portsmouth campus of Tidewater Community College, Victory Crossing Shopping Center, and future site of the Portsmouth Rivers Casino.
They got a casino coming.
Elliott got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame last year, and she also joined the inaugural class of Black Music and Entertainment Walk of Fame. Okay. She recently offered some free advice to all artists working on their sophomore albums. Now, if she got a Hollywood Walk of Fame last year, why did it take her city so long to name a street after her? Missy Elliott should have had a street after her a long time ago.
Are you thinking too that majority of those artists that have stars should have something in their cities?
Yeah,
you would think, right? Cities that they were born in.
Why would your city not do you before the world?
And if they're connected with that city, or a city they're really, really connected with because they were raised in that city, they should be giving back to that city.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Well, let me see what Wendy said. They are too free with their children. That's why the way they are. Woe says, WOA, thank the Lord Kevin Spacey was found innocent. Hopefully we get another episode of House of Cards. Oh yes, glory to God. Oh, House of Cards.
Yes, he was big in that.
I watched that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I didn't watch towards the end though.
Yep.
Wendy Pearson said, my husband's ex-wife and I talk on the phone sometimes, but I have boundaries. Yeah. I have to talk to her sometimes because our children are siblings.
That's right.
Right. Trey, almost 30 years old now.
But there are times when you don't, depending on how that sibling became about the mom, like when you mentioned some couples,
on the phone, but she not going to a vacation with your husband.
But you've mentioned some couples who have became siblings where it was an affair. And the mom could still be angry at that woman because it was an affair. She was
Oh, you mean they became together because
I'm not
of the
talking
affair.
about an ex and then he remarries. I'm talking about while he's married.
That's why he got with the person.
He cheated on her and had another child.
That's true.
It's going to be hard sometimes for that woman to say, because that's not really an ex. She's an ex-girlfriend because he cheated on her unless he's still with her.
Woe says Kanye should get a star. I do agree with that, even though he's a nutty buddy.
You know what? I think he's messed up with that now. I don't think he can get a star.
The reason why they wouldn't give him one,
because he's messy now.
They'll defame that star.
And they'll
have to put police and security out on that star.
Yes. Especially if that star and the whole thing about it is covered with a person that's a Jewish descendant.
Or he can't even be near a Jew. They're going to be like, where are we going to place this star?
This star going to be in the garbage can.
He can't be around us, black people.
It's unfortunate that's a good idea. Had maybe last year when he was doing
But all he got to do is just do something, be quiet and go away for a while.
I don't even know.
A shiny object could come and people will forget all the... People forgot about slavery as a choice.
Now he's putting on the All Whites Matter shirts on the homeless people. He's still out in the news.
But everybody forgot about slavery as a choice.
Yeah.
He trumped that. Everybody forgot about what Make America Great Again had. Hugging Trump in the office and saying, you my dad, even though he got a Black Panther dad that's still alive. Harriet Tubman didn't really free the slaves.
We'll see.
How much do I have to keep going?
They're right, though. He does deserve one. Looking at everybody else. Missy Elliott gets one. Why not
What's
Kanye?
Next? George Carver? We going after George Carver next?
Does the Kardashians have one?
No, I don't think so.
I can see that one.
Wendy says Willow is pandexterous. You big old words. Now, Wendy, you know I can't read.
You're going to have to read.
Which means she will have sex with any combination. True. That's true.
Oh, that's what that means.
Yeah, pandexterous.
Yeah.
Or
I think I have that on my chart.
Yeah.
I was learning
She told her mom at the red table she was also cutting herself. Yeah, and Jada did not even know it. She didn't know that Willow would be in her room.
That's what I'm saying. She's the wrong she's the wrong wife to ask
to talk like that.
If an ex could, you know what? To be sad about it, I'm hearing that his ex had more morals and together with how she raises children versus Jada. Right. So you almost want the ex to come. Yeah. So the other kids can get some direction and clarity.
Well, they said that they had a lot of back and forth with that too. Because Sheree didn't like how Jada was raising the kids.
Yes.
Because you notice Trey is put together.
Yes.
Y'all notice that?
Yes.
Trey is the one that's put together. But I do like Jaden. Jaden is okay. Jaden's a mixture. That's the funny thing. Will Smith said, I messed up with Trey. I started getting a little bit better with Jaden, and I was on point with Willow. I'm the exact opposite of what he said. I think you did great with Trey. You started messing up on Jaden, and you totally dropped the ball on Willow. I'm going the exact opposite of what he said.
Exactly. And I think for him not to see that, then he's got some cloudiness in his head.
Wendy said, Chance the Rapper built a school too. Yeah, he's done a lot in Chicago.
He sure does.
He even gave over $1 million to the Chicago school district.
He does a lot with the school system, big time.
We was going to get, him to do something at one of our events, and they gave a phone number to call to have him come. He answered the phone. You always think when they give you a phone number, it's going to be their publicist. It was him.
Oh,
he answers his own phone,
but they couldn't afford him.
No, he was like, let me know what's going on, what y'all need. Yeah, Chance is cool, and he's approachable.
Okay,
and Chance, I'm gonna tell you, because he's from Chicago. And we here in Chicago. I'm going to tell you right now, I really believe that's the only reason why we haven't thrown Kanye out the whole way.
Because he's from Chicago?
And we know some people here are crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people from here are kind of crazy.
Yeah. He's still, we hanging on to him, aren't we?
I don't know what it is about Chicago.
Common. Who else is from the city? Shaka Khan.
I don't know what it is.
Bernie Mac wasn't he?
I don't know what it is.
We love our artists.
Bernie Mac would call him a son of a bitch.
Yes, he would. He'll probably put the word crazy.
Whoa, are y'all from Chicago? Yes.
The area, yeah.
I lived in Chicago. We're in the suburbs right now.
Yeah, she lived in Hyde Park.
I lived in Hyde Park for 6 years.
Over near where Obama's house is. Got it guarded. And you can't even sit and look at it. The security man will come out like this.
And when I went to DePaul, I stayed in Lincoln Park. Only when I was at DePaul.
Yeah.
But we live in the suburb
and
right
you went
now.
To Columbia too.
I sure did. Columbia too, downtown. And that's when I was in Hyde Park.
Our church was in Chicago.
Our church
for
was in
25
Chicago.
years. Yeah.
Yep. So we was there for a long time.
So we know the city pretty well.
But right now we in the suburbs. But
I see what you're saying.
The people from Chicago,
they love him. Even his crazy. They love his crazy.
But he went too far. But I do agree he does deserve a star. I do agree with that.
Okay.
Two things can be true at the same time. That's why I hate when people do that.
Well.
You can do two things at the same time. Like you can appreciate him being an artist and a musician, and then you can also be upset with him for the stuff that he says.
You know what? Speaking of
people think you gotta agree with everything somebody says.
Speaking of artists from Chicago that is still loved, R. Kelly.
You peeing and pissing and pooping on young girls.
When they play his music,
step in the name of love.
They step in. They don't care.
In Chicago, they still.
My God, we were in a restaurant in Boston,
and they turned it off.
And it came on the radio. This is a general radio station. His song came on.
And they turned it off. Not in Chicago.
Oh my God. You're right.
Two things.
They can do no wrong.
You could say R. Kelly, great, wonderful musician. I feel like there's nobody better in R&B.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody.
He is a good artist, you guys.
But as far as pooping and pissing on young girls.
He's filthy. He's dirty.
Two things can be the same. I can believe that Kanye is a nutty buddy.
Yeah.
And I also can believe that some of the stuff that he says is right.
Yeah.
But if you the guy that's on the porch, because I say you're a porch Negro.
Yeah.
You on the porch and you butt naked and you yelling on which way we supposed to run as field Negro. We're not listening to you.
No, we can't talk to you today, man. I'm sorry. We can't receive from you today, man.
Your hair all over your head like buckwheat. You butt naked on the porch yelling for us to run towards the fountain. Hell no. I'm running the opposite way. And he could be right.
Yes.
But how do we know you right in this incident? And then the next time, we didn't listen to him last time.
It's like
y'all run towards the fountain.
It's like the boy that cried wolf.
Run towards the fountain.
He cried wolf so many times, and when the wolf really came, nobody came to help him.
He crazy, but run towards the fountain. Then the ones that do run towards the fountain, it be a group of KKK members standing there going, y'all really running towards the fountain? Y'all some dumb Negroes.
Oh my goodness.
All right, anyway.
Okay.
Wo says, I tell you, when Ye passes away, that's when everyone would start to miss him and forgive him of his wrongdoings.
Yes.
He'll build statues and stuff all over.
Yes.
Wendy says, Chance the Rapper has built a school. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he has.
So, again, you can like Kanye. You can love all the stuff that's
crazy. It's crazy.
You're never going to get me to like the clothes and the shoes. Even though y'all wear those shoes, they ugly.
The shoes.
She likes those
I like
ugly
shoes.
shoes.
I like
those are slave shoes.
hair looked different. There were some styles that were kind of
and
like
stop saying that he's a genius with fashion when people are coming out showing that he stole their fashion.
Oh, well. We look, Beyonce stole some stuff too.
Yeah, but she's not walking around calling herself a genius.
Well, she is though. She don't have to.
You're a genius that you know how to take from everybody and make something
and make it yours.
Right.
Yeah. Put your name on it.
I'm done with that nigga.
Okay, go ahead.
Why you get us talking about that man again? Every time I start talking about Kanye.
I don't know how we got on him.
Rappers.
Oh, somebody says a star. He deserves a star.
He does. He does.
Go ahead.
I can agree. Okay. In that case, R. Kelly deserves a star.
Ooh, they don't get him. He is not going to get no star. You know that.
Wendy says, not too long ago, Trey said he had a male gay boyfriend, but the boyfriend... Oh, wait a minute. What happened? Oh, went away.
You can't read what she said.
Her mom. Okay. Oh, it went away. You retracted it. Unless they retracted it. You know what? If you say certain words, YouTube will retract it.
You're kidding. While you're typing it?
No, yeah. If you type something and YouTube don't like it, it'll take it out.
They read what we say? What people are saying?
Yeah, the computer reads it.
You're kidding.
And certain words you can't say in the comment section.
Oh, you may have to reword it differently, Wendy, if you said something.
The computer will take it out.
I don't believe YouTube in this controlling platform.
Yeah, that's what you own.
Wow.
That's what you own.
Okay. All
right, so Missy Elliott, okay, she said not too long ago, Trey claimed he had a gay male lover who was a famous rapper. His name escapes me, but the rapper said he didn't have nothing to do with Trey. He denied it. Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right. I didn't know is Trey gay? I didn't know that.
His son?
Yeah, I didn't know.
His older son?
I don't know anything. We know anything about Trey?
Mm-mm. I just know that he's a little different than
I know
the
he's
other
cute,
kids.
Though. I know he's cute.
He's a little bit more together.
He's together.
He's
smarter.
not all over the place.
Yeah.
His mom helped with that.
Yes. So, for that. All right, so here we go, whoa. Jury finds that Kevin Spacey didn't molest actor Anthony Rapp.
So they found the truth.
A jury concluded Tuesday that Kevin Spacey didn't molest fellow actor Anthony Rapp in the 1980s, bringing to a conclusion a trial that was an outgrowth of the Me Too movement. The verdict in the Manhattan Federal Court civil trial came after jurors considered whether to believe Rapp's claim that he was psychologically damaged after Spacey made a sexual advance on him in 1986. Both were relatively unknown actors in Broadway plays. Spacey testified that the encounter never happened and said he was sure of it. The 2017 claims by Rapp and others brought an abrupt halt to two-time Academy Award winning Spacey's career.
It sure did.
So this is what's going to happen. Two things can happen here.
Mm-hmm.
If Kevin Spacey really is guilty, maybe not of this, but maybe he's done some other stuff, you won't hear from Kevin Spacey anymore, Will.
Really?
You won't get that anymore. That show you want to come back?
You think that just sat him down?
That just means you got away with it. And so that means he's going to go away and go into obscurity.
Maybe do some other things.
Maybe just do something. Do something where he's not so in the spotlight. Now, if what he's saying is true and he didn't do anything wrong,
you'll start seeing his
you're going to start seeing Kevin Spacey everywhere.
Okay.
And he's going to be saying that.
Okay.
Somebody else come and say I did something I didn't do.
Okay. And say that. Okay.
Come and say I did something I didn't do.
See?
I'll go to court for you too. I'm going to go to court on YouTube.
See? Okay.
We're going to see how this plays out.
We'll see what you're saying.
If you don't hear no more from Kevin Spacey, that means he got away with it. Okay. And you ain't going to hear no more from him.
Is that newer stuff?
Wendy says, I am so through with Kanye, but for some reason, his puppy dog eyes give me a great deal of empathy for him. Plus, I feel like I have to watch over him for his mother. I know this sounds crazy. Wendy, what Kanye said of the Jews, I know. That's what I'm saying. I really think
we have to be so careful. Yeah.
And then I really think he listens to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
He quoted, when he talked about George Floyd, he had the nerve to quote Candace's biography.
Yeah.
As if that was some official statement.
Because she made the comment, like, controlling. He's going to believe it, and he's going to run with it.
Well, you know they said it. He reminds me of somebody who goes either to church or to somebody's house. Mm-hmm. You know what they said? They was talking about John down there on the street. Mm-hmm. They were saying that John, he got some people locked up in his basement. That's what I was over at Mitchell's house, and they was talking about it while we was playing cards. Mm-hmm. They was talking about John had some people locked up in his basement.
But here's the thing though.
Nigga, Negro, you got millions of people listening to you.
But you said they. They said. Now the information he's getting from the they is like the Candaces, where he is believing what they say. So he's going to believe it or a little truth to it and then go run and tell it.
And if she really your friend, why are you buying her husband's media platform? A true friend wouldn't ask you for a dime. Mm-mm. And I would, if I was his real friend, like Candace, I don't want you to buy it. I don't want people to say we're friends because you're buying my husband's
you're giving me something for it.
I'm your friend, period. You don't have to give me nothing.
I don't have to have
good.
1 red cent from you.
But how much you want to bet bottle top head ain't gonna say that.
I thought it was what you call it?
Bottle top head.
I thought it was bobble.
I told you she's both. Bobble head and bottle top. Did y'all see her latest video? I didn't even look at it.
What is it?
I should sue the George Floyd family.
She's saying that?
Yes.
Why would she even what on what grounds?
Yes.
Girlfriend, you gonna reach too high where you gonna fall on your face.
Oh, Wendy said I retracted it because it had typos. Okay.
All right.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So let's see what happens.
Sue the Floyd family.
Let's see what happens with this. Because
what did they say?
Let's see if Kevin Spacey, if we hear from Kevin Spacey.
I see what you're saying, yeah. If he continues on his career.
If we hear from Kevin Spacey.
And continue to move forward.
Yep.
And just kind of forget about what had happened because it was not true.
Yep.
And he's very grateful that the word and the truth came out.
You'll hear from him.
Okay.
But if he goes
He's a good actor. If
he goes into obscurity and you never hear from him, that means he got away with it.
He's a good actor.
Yeah. I often type things that you don't see and don't read. Okay. I didn't either. Okay.
Girl.
But yeah, I agree with you, Wendy. But them puppy dog eyes is only going to go so far.
I know.
We didn't already put up with slavery was a choice.
Yeah.
We didn't already put up with Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves.
Right.
We didn't already put up with White Lives Matter t-shirts.
Yeah.
We didn't already put up with George Floyd killed himself on drugs.
Checklist for him.
What's next?
You writing a book. The conspiracy of Kanye.
Black women don't look as good as white women. Is that the next one?
Yeah. White women got better curves. He'll say something controversial.
Well, he black now, so
yeah.
I still think he's scum. He creeps me out. Yeah. Oh, Kevin Spacey? Yeah, he is.
Oh, really?
And I heard he was an a-hole in real life.
Is he really?
Yeah, so that's why they didn't have no problem throwing him under the bus.
Oh, wow.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Kevin Spacey, and we'll see what happens with Kanye.
Okay.
All right, so the last thing, going over our little time, is your donkey of the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Donkey of the day was the state of Texas is sending public school students home with DNA kits designed to help their parents identify their children in case of an emergency. In 2021, the Texas state legislature passed a Senate bill number 2158, a law requiring the Texas Education Agency to provide identification kits to school districts and open enrollment charter schools for distributions to the parent and legal custodian of certain students.
Uh-huh.
The law passed after 8 students and 2 teachers were shot and killed inside Santa Fe High School in Santa Fe, Texas, and almost a year before 19 fourth graders and 2 teachers were gunned down inside Robb Elementary School.
Now, what does this mean for them to be able to fingerprint them
and know who they are? In case this happens in any school,
you'll know who the parents are?
You'll be able to identify the kids.
Oh, my God.
Now, Charlemagne gave them Donkey of the Day.
Why?
Because he said rather than try to pass some type of gun legislation or security systems in the school, you rather send parents home or kids home with a DNA test or kit so that if my child is killed or murdered, whatever, I'll be able to identify him. Rather than try to stop it from happening, you rather put the money and the effort into, if it happens, what can we do to be able to identify him?
So there's no other way to identify kids in the classroom if you already have their names and what kids is in what school and class? If you got 24th graders in Mrs. Jones' class and you know all the kids in the Mrs. Jones' class, how would it be hard to identify any of the kids that get shot?
You got to identify quickly. And especially if you're taking them to the hospital and stuff, they have their DNA so they'll know which kid it is. It's sad, but
so they'll keep a packet of Miss Jones. They will have a packet of DNA results for Mrs. Jones' class, and then they'll be able to
not
say,
Mrs. Jones' class. Every kid
I'm using
in
as
the
an example. I'm using Miss Jones as an example.
Oh, okay.
Her class of 20 kids will have DNA packets results from those 20 kids. God forbid somebody comes in and shoots 15 of them.
Yeah.
The DNA. How would they'll just say the body. We see the DNA. Oh, that was little Missy.
They'll test it.
The little boy. Oh, that was little Jose.
Yeah. So he gave them done.
Okay, you guys. Am I not thinking? What have they done in the past?
Nothing.
Did we not have similar shootings in the past?
No, we never had this many kids. Well, we had back, not like this though. It's happening more often.
But I do see what Charlamagne said. The dang on guns that they're using to do it is the automatics that they want to take off the street.
Right.
Isn't that one of the guns that get you in that school and shoot off 2,200 kids?
Yeah.
Or go into a Wendy's and shoot 500 people?
Yeah.
That's one thing that they've been trying to do is get that gun off the street. But then a criminal can get the gun too. I don't even know about the DNA thing. Some people don't like doing the ancestry thing because they don't want their DNA out there.
Now, you do realize
it'll come back to haunt you because you may have been accused of a crime.
You do realize this. This is the beginning of
what
everybody's DNA will be in the police system.
Yeah.
Because right now it's only if you do a crime.
Right.
They'll do your fingerprint.
Right.
And then remember, states can't cross.
Right.
So you could commit a crime in one state.
Exactly.
And they don't even know about you until in another state. But if they start doing this, your DNA is going to be from when you was a kid in school.
In the system already.
Already in the police system.
So I don't know. That's a hard one for me.
So anything you do from from the time you born, actually they need to do it while you're born if you're going to do it. Why you wait till they get to school? Just do it as a baby then.
No, because they may not go to a school like that.
No.
They may be homeschooled.
I'm saying in the future, that's why. In the future, it'll be every baby as born. Part of your blood.
You're talking about
taken.
futuristic when the chip probably be up under the skin.
There you go.
And they give them a number.
Actually, you're going a step further. I'm starting off with just DNA first.
They're going to put a chip in their little hand under their little arm.
I think they're going to start off with blood first.
Okay.
Every baby that's born will have the blood drawn, and the police will have a record of every single person in this country's DNA.
That's scary.
Wendy says Candace is a straight up player, which she is.
Player.
Why don't we sue Kanye and say that we have post-traumatic stress syndrome? True. As a nation, he got $1 billion.
He gonna lose it. First of all, the Floyd family gonna take some of it.
She says you're right because every time I think of George Floyd, I want to slap him.
Yeah.
So my thing is, so you got all this stuff going on. I don't know what's going to happen in the future.
DNA thing is scary. I don't really want to. Why is he's calling that Donkey?
He giving them Donkey of the Day because they put in more energy into identifying the kids after something happens versus putting the energy into stopping it from happening.
I guess they probably feel, I'm trying to play devil's advocate. They probably feel like
it's easier to do this.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to stop somebody going cuckoo, going to a school and doing the shooting. What can you do today? Unless you got doors, locks, and big bars.
Even
on the
then,
door.
It don't matter.
The alarm goes off when somebody walks in
because they got to go home. You can stand outside and do it
as they coming out.
So it don't matter.
So how can you stop that? Or it's hard to put. Even if you were to take the guns off the street, somebody can slip one still in.
I go back to you're not going to be able to get away. All you're going to be able to do is pray. That's it, honey.
Yeah, prayer.
That's it. Kim, many things I type you don't read. I don't think you can see them. They do show it, and then it shows retracted.
Right.
So they do show
and
what you're typing.
We're thinking that they're doing it, but it's good to know that it's you. So.
Okay, and they do it too, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's you too. Okay, but they do show it. They do show what you type, Wendy.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then it says message retracted.
Wow. It does say, it said that when she took it back.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And then it pulls it off of the thing, so I can't see it anymore.
Wow. And then too, we got you guys. We get your comments later.
Yeah, you might be typing it, and I won't see it until like 5 minutes later.
We've gone on to another topic or something. So I wish we can see it in this real time.
Yeah,
as you guys are talking.
So, but all right, y'all. So,
or no, I shouldn't say talking, but typing.
Mm-hmm. Wendy says Kanye went too far.
As far
and then it retracted. See, it retracted it. Yep. It took it back out when she typed it.
But you guys,
I saw that.
But you guys brought up some good points.
Yep.
You said we love mobsters. Al Capone.
Yep.
They brag about Al Capone being from Chicago. Mm-hmm. He's a mobster.
They don't care.
He's a bad man. Mm-hmm. But you're right. Chicago does love its own. Is that current too?
Yeah, that's the same thing.
That's the same thing.
See how it shows what she said, Kim? Too many things I type you don't read, and then it'll retract it.
Oh.
Yep. See how that's weird?
Is there a way to set this where you get it right away?
No, this is
the timing of people's comments.
No, because this is late. You can't do it.
I know that's late, but the actual system we're using, this platform.
That is a system. No, this system is pulling from YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
So the only time is when you're YouTube live.
Yes. If I was YouTube live, I would see the comments
right away.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye went too far with my George. That really hurt me. That shows that he lacks compassion and he's a psychopath. Yes, sociopath.
I don't think.
Yes.
For him to make those comments, he knew the realness of that Floyd situation. He knew the realness of that cop with his knee on his neck.
He watched it.
You knew that. So you cuckoo. You didn't have your medicine that day to make comments like that.
Or he's a mean person.
I don't think he's mean. I think he's got some mental issues.
I don't know.
And sometimes mentally you may not be compassionate because you're not sane. You're not thinking with a clear mind.
But either way,
there's something clouding your judgment, your view. And that can even be spiritual.
But even then,
it may not even be bipolar.
But even then, I don't even care no more because I don't care what he says. He's the butt naked Negro on the porch, with the wild buckwheat hair yelling. He could be saying, I don't care.
Where you running to?
Doesn't matter.
Don't run that way.
No.
Where you going?
No.
Where you going? Where you running to?
He could be yelling at all the field Negroes that there's a wild lion.
Where y'all going?
He could be yelling that there's a wild lion on the prey and killing all
of
us. I'll get killed by the lion.
Go that
at this
way.
Point, I don't care.
Go and see. People probably like, ooh, no, he crazy.
I'll get killed by the lion. I'm good. At this point, black people will just get killed by the lion.
You know what?
We'll stay blind. That's why the woke black people that be for Kanye, y'all black people just ain't woke. We'll stay blind.
Yes.
If listening to a butt naked man on the porch with buckwheat hair means that I get to stay in the closet and stay blind, I'll stay blind. Okay. I'll just get eaten by the wild lion that's out there. I'll go to glory and be with God a lot earlier than what I was supposed to go.
Take your chance.
Rather than listen to him.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Now, how about you Kanye fans tell him to put some clothes on and comb his hair? So he's not buckwheat and he's not standing outside butt naked. Then maybe the field Negroes will listen to him.
The field Negroes and the house Negroes listen to his craft, his art. Not to him. They don't listen to him about social issues. Thank you. We listen to his music.
And then that's what they do.
We wear his shoes.
Then they be on Facebook, YouTube talking about how we got to listen to him. Did you know that glass is really made of plastic? Did you know that for real? And then Jesus is really coming back to save and sanctify everybody. And you just have to believe that Christ is the answer. But did you also know that Jesus had a twin brother? Did you know about the twin brother? Did you know there was another Jesus?
I just know that I like.
He looked just like him. You wouldn't even know if you had to close your eyes real small, and you can see what's that Jesus.
And I would say, I don't know about all that, but I like that song you played last year. That was a good song.
But when the Bible says that the Mary, when they brought the Mary to him, and he said he who was without sin cast the first stone, and Jesus said love, and Jesus said love. Right? But did you know it wasn't really stones that they was throwing? They was throwing mud. So that's how I know that wasn't Jesus. That wasn't Jesus. That was his twin brother that was talking. Did you know that? Did you know that, black people?
I don't know that.
Get out of here! I don't want to hear nothing.
I may not know that, but I like those shoes that you created. Those new shoes that you got out online. I like those shoes.
Yes.
They don't care about him.
Did you know that he was doing that too? Did you know that? And then the black people that listen to him. Kanye spitting truth. Y'all got to start listening to Kanye. But we got to sit and we got to wing out what's crazy and what's not.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the lion that's on the loose in the field and kill me.
And you said we don't even eat the meat and spit the bones out. We can't eat his meat. It's messed up.
Wendy said sometimes you change topics before I can finish typing. That's true. All right, y'all.
You know what, Wendy? It's because it's a delay.
It's a delay. Yeah.
I promise you. And then sometime when we see y'all comments, it makes us want to come back to it because you make some good comments that we got to continue to say.
Right.
But yeah.
All right, y'all.
I hate these delays.
But that's it. No more. I don't want to hear any more about listening to Kanye.
He may do something midnight tonight, and we talking again. You know we're going to have a Kanye moment for the weekend.
The white woman then took my kids. She done kidnapped my kids. She done I don't even know where Shy is. Where's Shy? Shy. Where you just at Shy's baseball game?
He didn't take his meds. He don't know.
Wow, they kidnapped
What is the beginning stages of schizo?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
didn't hear nothing from no black people when they took Shy away. I didn't hear nothing from y'all. So that's why I put on my White Lives Matter shirt. Because y'all niggas don't care nothing about me.
Watch it.
And then the next thing, black people, because I'm a black man. I'm Ye. My name is Ye. You like Cassius Clay? My name is Ye.
Oh my gosh.
Then he'll show up with a shirt with Kanye on the back of it.
Yeah.
I thought you said your name was Ye.
It was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
It was Ye yesterday.
Oh.
Today is another day.
Oh, done with him.
But I know.
All right, y'all. So don't forget.
He's making the news, whether you like it or not. He's making the news.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.